So welcome to this joint venture section of this energy project. We're going to be assigning a lot of few things here. We'll talk about joint venture for a bit. So what is joint venture? Joint venture is just, in very simple terms, partners coming together with knowledge and capital together to achieve the project's mandate. So why do people form joint ventures? There are three basically reasons why people form joint ventures. One is for complementary reasons. The other is for incentives. And another reason is for capital structure. So complementary reasons. The reason why people form joint ventures is because the general partners have the necessary knowledge and the expertise to execute the project. Meanwhile, the limited partners have capital to finance the project. So bringing together capital and expertise and knowledge makes sense for people to form joint ventures that is complementary. And also, for incentives reasons, the structure of the general partners in a joint venture allows for disproportionate returns. So as we move from one tier to the next tier, the general partners achieve disproportionate returns, and this keeps them motivated and success-oriented to continually execute the project. And the other reason is for a capital structure. So for the capital structure, the limited partners own a limited liability in this kind of a project, and as such, because of that limited liability, they have liquidation preference in case the project goes sideways. So in case the project goes sideways or the project goes have liquidity problems, the limited partners would not lose all of their money because of that limited liability, and as such, their assets are not affected as a result. So their personal assets will never be affected as a result of this if the deal goes sideways. So that is exactly one of the three reasons why people form joint ventures. So first, what we want to do here is to assign some of the dates, and we will bring in the free cash flow. So what we're gonna do first is to go back. We'll go back to our solar model, and then we assign these dates. We can take all of these to the end of the project life. Delete that and can go assign those dates. Make sure that we have it until 2049. Yeah, that's server for us. And then for the years, we can just go by year. Equal to year. Take it on to the end of the projected life of the project. And then we can now assign the cash flows. So we assign the free cash flows, which we're gonna be distributing by investor type in this case. Take that to the end of the project. So that is set up, and in the next video we will just distribute these cash flows proportionally among the investors, the limited and the general partners, and then we'll move on to start modeling the distributions to the limited partners and the general partners as well.